Welcome to Below the Skirt with Tamara. My name is Tamara Green, pelvic physical therapist, and I help women overcome uncontrolled bladders, return to pleasurable sex, manage pregnancy symptoms so you can become a postpartum champion. So we always have Virginia here. She's always with us, but we're going to not be talking below the skirt today. We're going to be talking above the skirt. And it is October, and we know that is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So question, are you checking your tatas? It doesn't matter how blessed you are or extra blessed you are. I'll sit in the category of just being blessed, but some of y'all are extra blessed. But regardless of your situations, you should be checking her. So how are you doing this? And when should you be doing this? Now, if you're someone that you're still having menstrual cycles, you need to be checking your tatas about a week after your menstrual cycle. So that period of time of your menstrual cycle, about a week after, is the best time to do it. And what you can do, there's many positions you can do it in, but really checking your tatas would be best in the lying down position. So if you're lying down, you're just putting your hand behind your head, just relaxing, letting them go free willy, as we say, and you're just taking them, you're checking them, you're going all the way around. So you're going all the way around the outer and then slowly working your way in towards the nipple area. And then at the end, giving yourself a little squeeze. Now, you may say, oh, well, I feel some lumps, I feel some bumps, and that is normal. But you need to know, what is your normalcy? I think that's a word. If not, I just made it up. But what is normal? But if you're not checking at the same time, the same place, you're not going to know what is different if something does occur. So again, in a relaxed position, hand behind your head, and you're working your area around your full entire breast. Get to know her. So if something is different, you can check with your provider. But not only checking your breast just around the breast itself, you need to go under in the armpit area. We forget about that. The breast tissue doesn't just stay here. It actually goes up under the armpit. So if you're noticing something or a knot or something that feels firm, something feels different, definitely check it out, because that's an area that we do miss. Now you may say, I forget to do it. Well, you typically take a shower every day, right? Or you take a bath every day. Well, when you're in the shower, just put your hand up and just kind of check her out. Same time, same place. Now, if you're not having a menstrual cycle, you definitely still need to check. Just do it at the same time every time. Now, if you are having some leakage, again, for you postpartum mamas, I know for me, it was it was long after a year after I had started breastfeeding my children that I still would have a little bit of that excess milk that would come if I would squeeze my nipple region. Well, it could be some time afterwards, you still have some of that residual milk production that can occur. So again, if it's normal and you've noticed that and you've definitely spoken with your provider, then it's okay. But if you've never breastfed, or just something is different, you have a different some excess liquid that does come out, you need to follow up. Again, any change that was not there, that is a new change now, are things that you need to assess. Being silent that's not the time to do that. So, and it runs deep for me. It runs deep for me because my grandmother dealt with breast cancer, and with her dealing with that breast cancer, I don't have the biggest tatas. I'm not blessed like some of you guys, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. You still need to check, and I'm very, very cautious of that. So if it's that time for you to get your mammogram, don't miss it, because missing it by a few months could be a game changer. Complete game changer. And I'll give you an example. There was a time right before I was going to open my practice, 3 weeks to be exact, and I was drinking some soda, doing all kinds of stuff one weekend, and then I noticed like a very tender spot. Now, and it's not just you, it's also to your partner. Are they aware of what's going on with your body as well? Well, my husband also saw that spot, and it was very, very tender. When I did that, I freaked out. It was tender. It was uncomfortable. I freaked out. What I did was I called my provider the next day. They got me in. They did an ultrasound. They did a mammogram. Y'all should have seen me in there. They tried to squinch my tatas. my little mamas, as my aunt calls them, mosquito bites, when they were trying to squish them. I'm like, you can't get them. There's nothing, there's not a whole lot there. But again, I did get that workup. And after speaking with the radiologist, he was like, if you were my wife, I would do the same thing. When I tell you, I felt like my life was completely changing within 24 hours. I felt like it really was. But long story short, with that quick turnaround, everything was fine, but I was also proactive. I knew what my breasts should feel like, what they typically feel like, and I did notice there's a difference. So just realizing, doing a self-check, you don't have to wait every year to go see your health provider. You check yourself. Be your own advocate. Check yourself, and then you see your provider, and then do all the other workups that you typically should do when it comes to your self-check. So we take care of everything else. Y'all always hear me say that. We take care of everything, the hair and the makeup and the jewelry. We do everything else. But make sure we take care of those most important parts, because I can lose my earrings in a minute, right? But if something happens to me and I'm affected by breast cancer, that is a life-changing situation. So be proactive, check yourself, check on your friends, just do it. You may want to do it together. Just do it together. Just make sure you check on your Tatas. And again, even if you're not just checking around your breast area, make sure you're checking along this area here. I need you to really take that in, check that in. And you may say, well, I am someone who is heavily breasted, and it's hard to get in certain areas. That's fine. If you can't, just laying on your back definitely gives you that most, where the gravity is pulling things down, that tissue can allow it to spread out a little bit more. You can get in those areas, but you may have to go into your side. So roll onto your side, and then if that breast drops down, you can check in that area. Or you may need to roll to the other side then to get to the other area. By all means necessary. If you can't get in one way, you go in the other way, just to make sure you're assessing her. So the take home is, check yourself every month, check yourself at the same time every month. And if there's a change, make sure you speak with someone. So thank you for tuning in to Below the Skirt with Tamara, even though we talked about it, above the skirt matters, because it does affect below the skirt as well. I hope you have a good rest of the day.